Gaming here with another live video game broadcast, and I thought, while there's still a little bit of time left in the month of October, I would do one more live broadcast featuring this game right here, Vampyr, which is one of the 2 free games that you can download right now at the PlayStation Store. So if you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber, this is one you can just go out of the store, download it for free, and then it's yours to keep for as long as your PlayStation account is still active. So I'd say it's pretty solid. I'm only going to do just this one more video of this game, and I think I can put this game to rest. It's not particularly action-packed, but it's fun. Like I have some criticisms of this game. One of them is that the loading screens can sometimes be exceptionally long, and the combat can be a little clunky and repetitive, and this game has the tendency to occasionally kind of conk out on you. It's only done that a couple of times to me, but it's good. A lot of things I do like about it, like, oh, hold on, we're gonna eat some rats here. Catch a rat, yeah. It's sort of,
I can't believe I'm doing this.
What is it, sort of a nod to Interview with a Vampire, right?
This is despicable.
What I'm doing eating these rats is I'm filling up my blood bar. That gives me, my blood bar gives me my special powers.
Doing this.
And it also helps heal me. But yeah, the good things about this game that I really do enjoy, I love how complex the dialogue is in this game. As you talk to people and try to discover, you know, what you are, how things in this game are working, and the characters, the way they interact with one another. I think all of that's really very, very fleshed out and cool to kind of go through. As you'll see me talk to a few people, and you'll see how complex the conversations can be and how
you are blinded
they
by
affect
your
everything.
false faith, imprisoned by your daily routine, unable to see the true horror around you.
Well, let's see what this guy has to say.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few...
One thing I love about this is, like, so nobody knows he's a vampire. Look at his eyes! How do you not know he's a vampire? So we're just talking to this dude now over here. I can't mesmerize him because I'm only a level 1. And over on this side, my face is in the way, but that would show if the dude is sick, I can maybe cure him, and that gives me more XP if I happen to decide to feed on this guy.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences, and most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
I am. But the answers I seek are based on facts, not superstition.
Okay. This guy is clearly crazy. I can find out about his family.
Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I sent him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Okay, so this guy has like a son that I could...
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery.
Well, not really a son. He has someone close to him.
Where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
So he's got a friend over by the cemetery that I could go investigate, should I like.
You sent him on some...
And how you learn things about people is, you know, obviously you talk to them, and then you find out who's in their social circle and how they relate to one another. And as you learn new things about them, that gives them XP that you can, again, gain by feeding off them. So if I choose to feed off this guy at some point, it's always best to wait until I learn everything about this dude that I know, and then it's easier to feed off of them, and it gives you more XP. So
Do you
here's
know
we're
Nurse
getting to the
Dorothy
core of what
Crane
we're doing here.
from
I'm looking for
Pembroke
Dorothy Crane.
I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
You don't like
So
nurses,
you're not
eh?
exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in her country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
Sexist much? Okay. So I learned something about Dorothy Crane. I have one more thing to learn about her. I don't know if I'm going to feed off of her, though, because I think she's... So far, I kind of like her. But yeah, this is the screen where you find out, like, who's who and who's related to what, you know, how they relate to one another.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
Yeah, definitely don't like talking to that dude. So I should probably go this way. Yeah, I do like the conversation in this game. It's very well fleshed out. I better be careful here because there's a chance that I could get jumped here, because I'm actually in a fairly dangerous zone, and like everywhere throughout this game, I love that little zip power. Everywhere throughout this game, there are these vampire hunters that, as long as you stay far enough away from them, they don't recognize you as a vampire. But if you do get close enough to them, they do notice that you're a vampire, and it's almost weird. Oh, find the mailbox. So I have to find a mailbox. But yeah, it's like those are the only guys that seem to notice that you're a vampire, but it's only when you get close enough to them. So I just picked up this note. If you are sick, if you have no money, whoever you are, wherever you're from, come see Dorothy to get help. No tricks, no charges, no questions asked. Just find Darius Petsaru's house and present this coupon. And then it's just that same thing, which looks to be written in French. Okay. Oh, so I just got a hint on Camilla, who is this lady. So let's maybe talk to her and see what's what with her.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few
Again, this
questions.
game isn't super action-packed, at least at some points.
I know what you're thinking.
Okay, so this chick isn't really talking.
Tall,
But as
strange,
playing it from a narrative
It
perspective,
reeks of the penny dreadfuls.
it's actually
I mean
really,
no harm.
really enjoyable of an experience. Like, this chick's not really talking, okay? I know you understand me. Yeah.
I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it?
Okay. And now I don't know if you can notice the color difference, but the fact that I know you work for Nurse Crane, that's in blue. That's something I've learned about her, and then you'll see.
Melia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary.
Nothing.
A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Very well. Goodbye then.
Okay. So she's interesting. I still ain't found the mailbox. But I'll have things to learn about her as well. I can't go in there. Is there anything hiding in this plant, just like there was before? Nope, this is the same kind of note. Can I go in here? No, I cannot. What's interesting about this game, and kind of funny, like it kind of leads me to believe the reason they selected this game to be one of the free games of the month. It's just a military poster. I suspect it's because this game takes place in 1918, And one of the central focuses of the game is the Spanish flu, which, going through COVID, like we've been going through this year, a lot of us have learned a few things about that, haven't we? So this is sort of, in a way, showing you what it was like, and like part of the story is like the Spanish flu and how it relates to like vampirism. Like they're essentially using Spanish flu as a how do I say this? It's not really like a trigger, but basically it complicates vampirism. Like there are different types of vampires in this game that were created because they were infected with vampirism, but also infected with the Spanish flu. And so it creates a rather interesting dynamic with that. And I think it's funny that they did it this way. And you know, by the way, when they made this game, obviously it was way before COVID. You know, we had no idea the situation that we'd be in right now, right? Okay. So I'm gonna head this way. Ooh, do I want to head that way is the question. No, I'm gonna stay away from there. So here is where I need to find Richard Nethercott. And I have to find a mailbox and a letter. So I'm yet to see a mailbox somewhere. I might go to that other location and see if I could spot, because this is where I'm supposed to. Oh, hey, here we go. See, I'm not used to. This has got to be it, right? Well, that's the trash can, but oh, hey, here we go. Darius Petrescu? Whatever. I'll use however you say that dude's name. My dearest, most beloved children. Okay, so this is a note to dude.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter.
And so now I've learned things about this dude. So now we gotta go find this Richard Nethercott guy who will be here. So we're gonna... Is this the right way? Am I headed the right way? No, I'm headed the wrong way. I want to go this way. Or maybe I have to go all the way around. I may have to go all the way around. Where am I, even? I wonder if I can actually go into that church there, because I gotta find my way all the way around, so... Like we have a trip to make. Yeah, I'm on the right way. This guy out here just preaching.
You are blinded by your false faith.
Am I going to be able to sneak through this door? I can. Okay, see, now this is what I'm talking about. These are Skal, and what we're finding essentially is that the Skal, oh crap. These Skal, they're like vampires, but not really. Like, essentially they were infected by vampirism, but like they're also infected by Spanish flu or whatever. It's a really weird dynamic that this game puts on, but I like it for the narrative. Oh boy. These guys are powerful. I'm gonna have to... I'm gonna have to be a little bit smarter with my combat decisions here. I definitely needed more blood. I love that move. That's just super badass. There we go. Yeah, those Skull are like just infected vampires that are just almost like vampire zombies. I mean, it almost sounds like a bit of an oxymoron there, like vampire zombie. Like they're both undead. One's just undeader. Okay, so I'm guessing this is the guy I'm looking for.
The silent flower of Whitechapel. And
So let's see what this dude is and what he's about.
I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott,
This is the guy I was looking
at
for.
your service.
Okay, so let's learn a couple things about him. I don't have to shoot straight to the point. So,
What are your
thoughts on the situation
on
here
the
in
terrible
London?
situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
I almost kind of like see what this dude's point is getting at, because like I said, there's a lot of parallels between this game and what's kind of going on in the world today. What he was just talking about there was like, hey, remember how loud and crazy this place was before, and you know, now there's a pandemic, it's gotten a lot peaceful. Like, I can kind of see there. I remember the first couple of weeks of like the pandemic and the quarantine.
That's
You
quite
know, when I was still
unusual
coming into the
way to
radio
speak
station and
about
going to
the
work,
epidemic.
man, like,
And very inappropriate.
there was kind of
I must say.
Most people fail to understand my
there was kind of a piece to it. It was
I don't
kind of
blame
nice
you.
being one of the
But
only
how
people
can I
driving
call
around on the road,
myself
but
a
it was
poet
equal
if I
parts
veil
peaceful
my feelings?
and eerie. So, but I kind of, in a weird way, understand what this guy was getting at here. Had to check my mesmerize level. Okay, this guy has a cold. I don't have treatment for cold yet. So what are we doing here at night?
May
Let's
I
talk about
ask
that.
what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
This guy's weird. Not afraid of the epidemic?
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city.
Like, yeah,
had
I
to
just
come, see it for
killed
myself.
3
alone.
Skull on the way here. Somewhat risky around here.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you for a start, my dear Doctor.
Okay, so now, what was that? Oh, no, we already did that. So, personal questions.
Tell me, Mr.
Cool, I do have a,
Why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place
I
is
do
not
have a special
beautiful per
speech
se,
bubble
but
that I've earned
how
on
to
this guy.
explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary,
Again,
sir,
there's a lot of
Whitechapel
talking and
is full of
conversation in
life,
this game, but
full of beauty.
it's actually pretty
Just
rewarding.
like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much, and that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
So this guy has a thing. What do we learn? It's like a muse. He sees her as locked in misery. So I've learned everything about this chick that I can, but she has a mesmerized level of 5, and I only have a mesmerized level of 1. So I can't do anything yet. But as you can see, if and when I do decide to feed on this chick, and I don't know if I will. She seems nice so far. I mean, she can't talk, but I mean, she doesn't seem like a bad guy in this far. And I'm playing like the good way through. You know, I don't feel like feeding on anybody unless they're like a jerk. And believe me, there's other people that are a little bit higher up on the list that I've met that I definitely wouldn't mind mowing down on. But she seems so far nice. But hypothetically, I've learned everything now that there is to know about her. And if I were to choose to feed on her, I would get 5,000 XP for that. I think she started at 1,000, so it's definitely advantageous to learn everything you can about everybody in this game. Afraid to find the truth about her?
Afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
He's got a thing for that chick.
And
you don't even know her.
Tried to learn more about her? Where she lives, how she survives, whom she may know.
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
Okay, now we're gonna get to the meat and potatoes. Oh, hold on.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercold.
Yeah.
Why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but
like I missed one speech option. I want to make sure I.
Stirring and challenging.
Here we go. Do you have
in
examples?
what way exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles, and the added hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
Okay, so I didn't learn anything new there. Now, here we go.
Did you know the Mute Florist is a member of a secret society?
No, I didn't. But I thank you for this information, sir. For it only enriches the mystery surrounding the precious camellia.
You are a hopeless romantic.
I fear you are a hopeless romantic, Mr. Nethercold.
Guilty as charged, Dr. Reed.
At least he doesn't deny it. I'll give him that. That's a respect point from me.
Are you not curious? Is there not more you wish to know?
That girl has not an ounce of malice in her. Whatever she may be hiding, it's certain to be for the benefit of most, if not all.
Alright. I'm looking for Dorothy
May I
Crane.
ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
Yeah. So I learned something about this Darius Petrescu dude. Okay. So I've learned everything there is to know about him. All I need to do is heal his bronchitis, and then I would be able to feed on him, should I so choose. And him, a little bit more up in the air about him. Okay, so we've done what we needed to do.
Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Okay, so I need this whole thing that I was trying to do here is I needed to learn enough about this dude so that he would let me in and I can move forward. He has been like running a front for this Dorothy Crane, this nurse that works at the hospital that I am the head of. And so I'm trying to uncover what it is she's trying to do. But in order to get to her, I've got to get through this Darius Petrescu guy. Oh, that was locked from the other side. Okay, cool. And then I just unlocked it. So I think I'll get through here, and that'll go ahead and wrap up the video. Hey, while I'm en route from point to point, I wanted to thank everybody for joining us for the Rounds for Rescues golf outing that we had about a week and a half ago over at Fox Hollow. So thank you guys. I saw the check today that we donated to the Cooley Region Humane Society. It was over $8 grand. So, dude, big ups to all of you for helping us out with that. We did a whole lot of good for the Cooley Region Humane Society. I know they are very, very grateful, and we will be doing that again next year. So if you had fun at the golf outing, again, we'll be doing it next year. And if you wanted to do the golf outing and just didn't get in, you're going to want to get in for next year. So be looking for that. Looks like we're going to be doing 2 golf outings a year around 95.7 The Rock, and I mean, I'm totally cool with that, man. So now I got to talk to this dude, be like, yo.
Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again. Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
So he's let me in. And so I feel like that's a good place to wrap up the video. Again, this isn't I'm probably not going to do this game again. I think I'll just let it rest as far. I mean, I'm going to play it personally, like on my own personal time, because I'm actually having a great time playing this game. There's a lot of things I really, really enjoy about it. Again, this is Vampyr. This is one of the free games that you can download if you're a PlayStation Plus subscriber, and it's free through the month of October. So you still got a couple of weeks left to download it if you so choose. I think either the next video is either going to be Red Dead Online, or it might be the other free game of the month of October, which is Need for Speed Payback. So it'll be one of those two. Whichever one I do, I'll do the other one on Saturday. RWF is going to take a break for the week, seeing as how after I go through a special event in the RWF, I tend to take a weekend off. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that this time around as well. But again, I will wrap the video up tonight. Vampyr is I think it's a pretty awesome game, especially for free. Come on, man. You can't beat free. Like I said, I do have some issues with it. Mostly in the mechanics, like the fighting mechanics aren't as good as I'd like them to be. They get to be a little bit repetitive, and the loading screens can be long, and sometimes the game can kind of squirrel out on you because of those loading screens. But apart from that, I really do enjoy this. I'm just not going to be playing in front of you guys anymore because, visually speaking, it's not like action-packed. I had a couple of fight scenes in there, but that was pretty much it. A lot of it is very narrative-driven. So if you do like narrative-driven games, this is a perfect game for that kind of thing, and it's free. Anyway, my name is Bags from 95.7 The Rock Gaming. I do these videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 7 p.m. So I will see you guys again on Thursday. Have yourselves a good rest of the evening.